what is the power of Hamilton's words as they go on when they start talking about like, all right, so what are you going to do to get that legacy secure? What are the power of these words here and how might it affect Burr? He says, now how are you going to get your deck plan through? I guess I'm going to finally have to listen to you. Talk less, smile more.
Mocking.
It will.
Why does it seem like it's mocking him? Yeah, it is kind of mocking. Realistically though, from Hamilton's point of view, from what we know about him, do you think this is supposed to be a jab or no?
No.
Why?
Those are.
Yeah, Hamilton thinks they're friends, right? So really when he's doing it, he's kind of playing around, but from Hamilton it seems like it might be like we're having fun. I'm gonna use your advice finally and admit like I was wrong.
Yeah.
How does Burr feel like it was meant to? Yeah, he takes it as a jab, right? So what's the power of his words here?
Well, it would help if I
With the thing on top.
Ow.
Even though you could do that.
Oh.
Oh, good. Anyway. Okay. I don't know how to do that right. Okay. They are powerful because one shows Hamilton's point of view as them being friends, right? And then the second part feels like a jab at Burr. That'll give you another chance to practice your little at sign.
I got it.
She mentioned that yesterday. She's like, what is that? We were like an accent. And she's like, how do you even draw that? Give me a thumbs up when I can go. Right. So they continue on, however, and they start talking about Madison and Jefferson. What does Hamilton mean when he says hate the sin, love the sinner?
Like he respects James Madison and Thomas Jefferson as a person, but when it comes to like
what they.
I guess their policies and the ways they use the
The decisions they
Good. So respect the people, hate the decisions. Or the actions. What's a very similar phrase to this? Instead of hate the sin,
Don't
love
hate
the
the game, hate the player.
Yeah.
No, don't hate the player, hate the game.
There you go. There you go. Don't hate the player, hate the
That's not
game,
Roblox bio.
right? It's still a little old for y'all, but pretty close.
That's my Roblox bio.
That's all.
Hate the player, hate the yeah.
Don't hate
That's,
the
that's,
player.
that's my
hate
bio.
game.
That's my bio on my Roblox account. Every time I rage bait someone, my bio is like hate the game, not the player. That's my bio.
I love that for you. Can I be honest for a second? I don't know enough about Roblox, but I like the idea that sounds funny, but I don't actually understand what that means. Y'all have to give me a tutorial another day.
It's
I
so fun.
I don't understand Roblox, so she was saying like alright, Kingston, you and I, we have beef today. You and I, we're going to the parking lot.
Oh.
Next up, they finally get out of this for kind of indirectly talking about everything, and we're moving around as far as like narrating what was happening as far as we understand it. Because the whole premise of the thing is what? Why do we not know what happened? Nobody was in the room, yeah, except for those people. So, as they go in, he says, 2 Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room. Why does Burr use the word immigrant in this description? What connotation does it have, and what does it show about Burr's viewpoint? Kenneth, and then I'll come back in here.
He's basically taking a shot at Hamilton. Like it sounds like that he's an immigrant
Mm-hmm.
and that he really should. He really thinks he should be in there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. And think about out why, because we know obviously it's a negative connotation. We want to point out that he is the what in this situation.
The one out.
He's the outlier, the outsider, if you will, right? So the whole purpose of it, make Hamilton the outsider. So what does that show about Burr's like viewpoint? Yes, sir.
It shows like Burr starting to despise or have a distaste for him.
Good. Shows Burr's true dislike for him. Well, yeah, but he doesn't know he's gonna do that at this point. Because remember, the first song is like we're narrating. This is like the
And like, I remember in one of the songs, John Lawrence,
yes.
he was like, you just want to agree that you're stupid, but then he,
I know.
he's cool.
I know. Very contradictory. Okay. Okay. May I move up?
Yes.
Do I ever get tired of me asking?
No.
Perfect. Maybe. Alright. What does Burr suspect about Hamilton's character through his predictions? So here he says, the immigrant emerged with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shape however he wants. The Virginians emerged with the nation's capital, and here's the pièce de résistance. So essentially what this is asking is based on what the outcome of this meeting was. What does Burr suspect about Hamilton as a person? So let's, two parts of this. What was the outcome for Hamilton?
That Hamilton got everything he wanted and more.
He got everything he wanted and more. Did you know that the bank system that Hamilton set up is the one we still use today?
Yeah.
With like switches
Also Wall Street.
and Wall Street, yeah. How often do you really think about the White House?
Wall Street do it?
Not too often.
Well, Wall Street, like where they do all the stocks and everything.
Oh.
So think about it. How many times do you or a parent or somebody talk about or check your bank account or whatever versus talking about the White House?
Yeah.
Talk about
So who got the, dang, I caught myself. So who got the better deal out of this?
Hamilton.
Hamilton. So why is Burr like upset about this? What is he kind of,
He's like,
He's getting
he's able to get whatever he wants.
so based on the word choice here, what is Burr saying about Hamilton's character?
Spoiled.
He's
what?
Spoiled. Not spoiled, but like,
There's another word. I don't know.
entitled.
he's favored.
Yeah,
That would
title.
be more ways, but Burr doesn't think he deserves it.
They think he did it for selfish reasons. Essentially choosing his own good versus the good of America, right? Is this true?
No, no.
Not necessarily, right? Now we don't know for sure because we weren't in the room, but you would think, based on what we know about Hamilton's character, this doesn't really feel correct. Moving down a little bit further here, as they keep going past the chorus again. Miranda uses game as a metaphor for what here? He says, no one was in the room where it happened, yeah.
Is it like?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
politics.
It's the politics. So what part of politics though?
Negotiation.
Yeah.
Yeah, negotiation and like.
I'm gonna call it inner workings.
Political inner working.
Until I talk is bad hurricane.
Something fancy.
But right now, it's right. He writes to everything.
Talks about I have a hurricane. Tell that hurricane don't come to my house. Yeah. Have y'all ever heard that attitude? Attitude? Attitude. I don't even know what word I was trying to figure out.
Strategy?
No, that would have made more sense. Wasn't even what I was going for, but
The final word is right.
I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna have to look that up. But the whole like how the sausage gets made, y'all know what that means?
No.
Yeah, you know how it's in it.
Yeah, sausage is like a mixture of a bunch of stuff put into a casing, so you never really know what's inside. Like,
Oh, like, yeah.
wait till we get to the jungle. The
The
Jungle is
Oh,
the
yeah,
novel
we
that
did.
made the FDA
Oh,
thing.
Oh, my sister said like, let's watch the movie. It's a movie, right?
No. We're just gonna read something.
You went
No, it's like
the
the
last semester.
history stuff that we're learning.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, Newcracker.
I
Oh,
didn't know you were
never
learning until
mind.
last month.
I thought you were
Anyway.
telling me.
We'll get to kind of more what that means, but yeah, we just don't know what's happening on the inside so much. Could be a little shaky.
Prejudice.
I get it, I get it.
Sausage. What's that?
Okay, now we get to how this actually got brought up. We see that Jefferson claims Hamilton did what to get this whole thing started? Egged him to join the fray, right? Egged him to come forward. Why is this shocking?
Because Hamilton doesn't know
Because Hamilton doesn't look like he did.
Good. Based on what we know, he would not do that. Our prior knowledge. I honestly need to just start typing this.
Yeah. Writing one word.
Somebody said no more writing. I'm sorry. Okay.
I got it.
We can go.
Yes.
Burr's words in the chorus are meant to elicit what emotion from the audience? He says, no one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. So what kind of vibe is this giving off to you? Why do we keep repeating this over and over
It's
again?
kind of like,
You don't like it?
Does definitely show a distaste for it, a dislike for it, what else?
irritated about it.
He wants to be in it.
Daughter.
The new song called Vision, it kind of reminds me of the Prison Frog, like mysterious.
Okay, mysterious. I was like, how are we getting?
That's because the song is not kind of scary.
Yeah, it is a little mysterious. Why is it though?
Yeah.
What's the undertone that we're not saying?
No one knows what
No
happens.
one knows what they're doing in there, right? So yeah, a little bit of suspicion, distrust. Oh my goodness.
Is elect like show, like in our like,
Wait, I'm sorry. That-
where it says elect, does that mean like another word for show? Elect?
What?
Wait, elicit.
Oh, elicit.
I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, elicit is meant to show.
Okay.
So yeah, when we keep talking about elevating that vocab, those vocab words, that would be a good one to put in there. It elicits the idea that yada yada yada. Good question, thank you. Moving on. Okay. So once again, we see this game metaphor. I just wanted to point that out for y'all that we do use that metaphor quite a bit in this one. But I'm gonna go to the next page here.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah, have y'all ever heard of this before?
No.
Quid pro quo.
Like a quota?
That's French?
Is that French?
Italian.
Please bother me.
I feel like I bothered you enough.
I
We
would
could
bother
Please bother me. Bother me.
Leander, tell us what quid pro quo means. I already pulled it up to the page, you just gotta find the word. Loud and proud for everybody.
And the equal exchange.
An equal exchange. Quid pro quo, right? You can close it. Okay, so it's an equal exchange. So what did he mean by that when he said, maybe we can solve one problem with another and win a victory for the Southerner, a quid pro quo? What did Madison decide before they even went to that meeting?
He wanted to like do something in exchange for something else.
We were gonna exchange something. What did they want?
They wanted
Her.
a victory in the Southern.
White House.
Wouldn't you
Oh,
like
you
to?
want to work a little closer to home.
So what do we want?
Oh, to pick where the White House.
We want where the White House is, right? So it's an equal exchange. I'll put a little White House. So then it really starts to bring into question some of the feelings that we're having about this whole thing. Hamilton went to the meeting knowing he was gonna try to do what?
Try to get like something.
Try to get the bank together, right? they went in knowing they wanted what? The
The White
The
House.
White House, right? So really, was there probably a lot of convincing that needed to happen?
Yes.
Connections, maybe?
I feel like
Yeah, if anything, it seems like they probably would have made more connections based on like, oh, this was a lot easier than we thought. But do we know?
No, because we weren't in
I mean,
Bring it up.
so what's to even argue about?
Is the question. Whose point of view is this song from?
Hamilton.
Bird.
It's from Burr's point of view.
Oh.
So go to your next page. So Burr is the one telling this. He's the one that's got the most feelings about it, ironically. How does he address him at the beginning of the text?
In God we trust.
He was like,
Isn't that in
How
God we
does
trust?
Burr address Hamilton?
Like who's
He's like-
special?
they were talking about a legacy. And then they were talking
Like-
about.
Since he's on the dollar.
He's like, how are you
I
gonna
mean, not the
get
dollar,
insurance?
whatever he's on.
Sure, but I mean like legit, like what did he call him when he saw him? What did he call him at the beginning? Flip
Why
back.
address him by his formal title?
Oh, on the front.
He addressed him by his formal title. He said, Mr. Secretary, how are you? Right? Versus later, then what does he call him? Then he calls him an immigrant and stuff behind his back, right? So now that all of this has happened and they go back to the end of the like meeting, why is there a switch up in how we're addressing Hamilton?
He's losing his respect for him.
Well, he got in the room where
He got in the room. Yeah, I just want to make note of like we're losing some of the respect. Which goes into that next question, right? We're losing some of our respect. We can tell it in the word choice, but what does this tell us about Burr's view of Hamilton's political role? What are his big feelings about this whole meeting? Why is he so upset?
Okay, he's not in there.
I mean, they're making big decisions.
He wants to make them
And he
big
wants to be a
decisions
part of it.
because
He feels that he should be in there
over
too.
Hamilton.
There you go. Losing some respect, he feels bigger than Hamilton, or more important. Or more qualified, let's say that, qualified. Especially when you consider whose advice did he use to get in there?
His.
Burr's. Why does when Hamilton used my advice it works, but when I do it, nothing's happening, right? Imagine how frustrating that's gotta feel.
Using
Killed him.
having him use your words against you is like
Yeah, now it really does start to feel like that jab, right? Okay. I think it's also good to consider, going into that next question, what's the compromise that's made? What do Madison and Jefferson want in exchange for Hamilton's financial plan? We already kind of talked about that, but look at what he talks about when he's kind of bringing up this information, right? Burr asks kind of out loud, did Washington know about the dinner? Was there presidential pressure to deliver? Or did you know even then it doesn't matter where you put the U.S. Capitol? So what is Burr's internal thought process that he's having about the meeting? He thinks he played them. But we talked about earlier, what do we know both parties wanted?
Closer to the White House and southern.
Did both of them get what they wanted? Without much of a fight, but to Burr, he thinks what happened, there was manipulation.
yeah.
So why is Burr so upset?
Because he thinks
Hamilton got his way.
because of
Through what?
Through
his reputation or like
Reputation or being like shady, right?
yeah.
He thinks you went in there and you totally took this from them. You played everybody, right? When realistically we know that wasn't the case. So is Burr's concerns legitimate or kind of,
Like,
yeah, he totally made up his own story, right?
Burr is giving kind of the delusion.
Yeah, he is being very delusional right now. So keep that in mind, especially when we start talking about those relationships, right? We kind of already talked about this, we can skip this part, but the why does Burr care, this is where I want to go put that information. He feels Hamilton was shady.
Like he cheated.
Yeah.
So, this is like a weird question. How do we know, like
Lin-Manuel Miranda, the writer,
Yeah.
used a biography by Ron Chernow, I believe is how you say his name. He used a lot of information from him and some other biographies to come up with this information. Some of it is a little bit fabricated because this is still a work of fiction. Some of it, majority of it, is actually from real life. But they had a lot of letters that they sent to each other, which we'll talk about later. There was a lot of stuff that he pulled from. Lin-Manuel Miranda worked on this for like 10 years. So, I gotta show you that old video of him singing at the White House when he first came up with this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
It's so cringy, it's so good.
I think it was Doctor.
The second time, yes. The first one I don't think he was right. But yeah, the second, yeah, they were all. Anyway, okay. Hamilton's words here contribute to what theme of the play? Let me go down here a little bit. Yeah, he says, God help and forgive me, I want to build something that's going to outlive me. And then we start questioning, what do you want, Burr? What do you want, Burr? So what's the theme that we're contributing to,
The legacy.
right?
Creating a legacy.
Why do you think they're so obsessed with legacy?
Because everyone wants
That's,
it.
I'm
But
pretty sure
they
it's
all
time,
need
that's
to
what
know.
everything was.
Gives it a good reputation.
It does, but what good is it if you're dead after?
Well, how
I
they
mean, at
remember
least
you.
it does something that
People
people
think they remember you for.
Yeah, we're looking for the impact more than just what we get left behind. Because you can leave a legacy by being kind, or you could leave a legacy by being the best president in the world, right? There's different ways to do it. What did they seem to be concerned about legacy-wise?
like what happened
Hmm.
in the future.
Well, yes, impact, but what type of legacy do they want to leave behind? Are they worried about personal legacy, or what kind of legacy do
They
they
want
want
to
to leave?
be like really known for what they did.
For, and what specifically do they want to be known for?
And here.
Hmm?
The White House.
Politics.
Politics. Politics. Y'all about to about to say
I
politics.
think race policy.
The great politician.
I basically had that.
How does Aaron Burr change as a result of this compromise? What does he come to a decision in the end?
And he wants to get his power.
Yep. He wants in on the power. To essentially be in the room with them. Okay. Is this the last question, second last?
Yes.
Yeah.
To the last one, all the way down. This is just a lot of repetition at this point. Alright, this part. So, as we're finishing up, he says, we want our leaders to save the day, but we don't get a say in what they trade away. We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as the tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room. Click boom. Right? That's kind of how we end this whole thing. So, how does Miranda use the click boom to emphasize a change in Burr's character?
Like they finally
Okay, kind of like a realization. Preston?
Kind of like they found out how to get up and say it, and what he's with the clip it was like I thought I'm going to do this per se. It's making me realize
I think it brings up a couple different things. I feel like what you're trying to say is like it's that motivation to push it.
yeah.
We have the realization.
Thinking like how would the old
Okay.
Yeah. At least
Out with the old and with the new. Okay. It also does what? Literary wise.
Foreshadows.
Very good.
because he ended up shooting him, didn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't want to say what she just said because I was like, it doesn't really matter. It's like lame.
Foreshadows the end of their relationship. If you wanna hop onto the hyperdoc, you have the teacher notes copying over and we'll talk before you head out. I didn't realize this until I started teaching this, but one of the cool things about this song is like, had Hamilton not gone to this meeting, what probably wouldn't have happened?
The White House.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have died, because literally this is what switches him over to be like, alright, I'm going for it now. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Alright, any questions on this song? I know this one was a lot longer, a little bit more to dig through, but. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do now. We are gonna switch gears, because it's about, is that 15, 20, 22-ish, 3-ish minutes?
23 minutes.
Thank you. I teach English now.
I'm not
So-
bad either.
Y'all can go ahead and open up your computers now. And let's hop into the hyperdoc here.
Right now, and then once you got the stuff, I literally just got it.
I was just putting it like you will not really but at night o sea really bien y yo que son bien oh and we discovered this word so sure oh baby I was gonna put this
You know, train.
In front of JC. I love the amazing one in front of JC. Talks to everybody.
I forgot she was there.
And
JC's just a little bit shy.
I totally forgot she was.
Alright, when you get to your hyperdoc, here's what I need you to open. At the very top of Friday, where it says AV graphic organizer, is that something? Go to fourth block and let's open up this document. I'll kind of show you what this is. But I see some people are still logging in, so I'll give you a second. No, it's the end of the day, we're all. Actually, can you wait till the car gets back in and shoot us? So we're going to the Google Classroom and we're opening up the graphic organizer. Yeah. What did you think? What is the
Where are you right now, dude?
oh they have it's a essay
Okay.
Yeah, for fourth block.
So, this was the document I was in earlier. If you notice, this is really more of where your final draft of the essay is gonna go, but it's all kind of broken up into its bits and pieces, so I figured we'll take a look at this real quick. We'll get your graphic organizer going, so that way on your way out, we can do our exit ticket as your topic sentence, okay? So, first thing is your prompt and response. This should look pretty familiar to how we had it for like the narrative. After that, you have the graphic organizer tab, which we're about to go into here, where we have all of our stuff for all the texts that we did, the traits, relationships, the themes developed, because this is all going to go towards that prompt we were working on, right? Once we get a little further into the unit, we'll talk about those spicy strategies when we get to our commentary. You got an outline for you, you got the rubric, and a spot for feedback. So a lot of this is kind of what we had before with the narrative stuff, but we're just taking it a little bit slower so we can use it bit by bit by bit, okay? This will be something we continuously open, so I just wanted you to kind of look at the tabs, get familiar with it as you're working through it today, okay? But we are gonna mostly work in the graphic organizer, so let's take a look at this. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you take a little bit of time and really go back and look at all the stuff that we've covered, because even though we've only looked at one relationship, we've covered quite a few songs thus far. Lost my train of thought halfway through that.
someone is not being bored
Are you sure, or is it shaking again?
no
You see
somebody's
somebody?
right
I see.
where
Oh, because she was here.
She stayed to the side of the room.
You can do that. It's been knocking all day. So as we go through this, I want y'all to kind of go through each of the songs, each of your packets, and see what trait of Hamilton's pops up in this song, or traits, multiple. What relationship do we see with Burr? And what I mean by this is like a type of relationship, right? Like what type of relationship do I have with y'all? I'm your what?
Teacher.
So what type of relationship do we have?
It's teacher like
What would you call that?
Yeah.
Maybe acquaintance, friendly, respectful,
Mhm.
however you want to do it, right? So any of those kind of adjectives, bless you, would go into this. You just need to choose what best fits in that song. Okay. Last thing is once you figure out Hamilton's traits, you see the type of relationship he has with Burr in that song. The last one I want you to think is of some thematic ideas. What theme or idea pops up? Like for today, Room Where It Happens, what was the theme that we kept seeing over and over again? Legacy, right? Remember the theme, the thematic idea, legacy. So that's what you would end up putting here. Now you just gotta figure out what type of relationship do they have, what type of trait were we shown of Hamilton's, what traits, multiple. Okay? We got about 15 minutes left. Whoa. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give us about 10 minutes right now to work on this and fill out as much as you can. If it's not totally finished, no biggie, no homework. I just want y'all to kind of have something ready so that next week we can finish it up. Capiche? However, those 10 minutes need to help prepare you to write your topic sentence. So, keep in mind, those were the 3 answers that we needed for it. Your trait, the type of relationship, the theme developed. So as you go along, think about which one you would be most interested in writing about or which one you think is the strongest to write about so we can put it in our topic sentence.
Okay.
Cool? I'm gonna set that timer for 10. If you have any questions at all, even a little one, raise your hand so we can check in. Because what do you think I'm probably gonna do with some of this information?
Put it on
I could have graded, but what have I done before when you guys write something? I use it to what? Yeah, I'm gonna regroup. Okay, so take your time, make sure you're grabbing your answers so I can see where you guys are at. Right. Since we do have that last little bit of time, if you would like to plug in during this, I'm totally fine with that. But make sure you're rocking and rolling. You got 10 minutes. Beesh. Beesh. Alright, 10 minutes is on the clock. Let's go. So what I will do is we're already going, this is gonna take 10 minutes to fill out the chart as much as we can for today. We'll have more time on Monday.
We do this.
We're gonna go through and for each song that we're gonna do, so we're gonna what trait or traits of Hamilton were shown. What relationship or verb we have, so like I said, for example, like we have teacher-student relationship, right? So an adjective you put that is respectful, educational,
We did.
whatever.
You gotta understand.
Just gotta see which one you think works best for the relationship in that song.
The area
And
you
then
wanna
after
do
that,
that,
what
you just said
area
earlier.
we're doing is
So we really just
because of their relationship. So you
He
just
was
go
like,
through each one and then
he
I
was
told him
Like, you know, the dog doesn't respond to you.
where it happens, so you just fill out the first couple.
Yeah.
So we have to copy this. Is this? A little bit.
I agree with doing that. Yeah, yeah. You're doing the wrong things. What is this?
Oh.
I mean,
Go out to the top. All the way to the top.
So Hamilton is rural, right? Hamilton is rural, right? Hamilton is rural.
The literary analysis?
was that on
About like how we
Yeah. We
trade.
have a literary, when I go to it, it's a literary analysis essay.
Ignore that, that's probably from,
That's her copy.
right, you need to go to Fourth Law for an Azure copy. Miss Edmonds also uses that document, so she might put that for her students.
This is
Oh, the copy and paste is to copy and paste from the digital copies, you can put evidence in there after, but we're gonna do that Monday, ignore it, you're good.
Wait, so what are these text files?
That's all the text, like, the digital copy of it, so that when you do go pull up evidence later, you can pull it later. But all I want you to do right now is look through your notes and come up with the traits you see, the relationship type, and the theme that it developed. You're just doing like basic words right now. Yes, ma'am.
I don't have access to.
You gotta go to fourth block and open up your copy. The other one's mine.
money to use mine. When we get there, how did you remember your phone station? It's 2:22. I need to make up for 20 minutes to make it up.
But it's gonna help you to do this part, which is gonna help you to do right now.
Hot English, bro.
Tristan,
I'm
were you
trying
able
to
to
get out
it?
there.
You got it?
No, it's like not like I don't know what you mean for what.
Oh, it was I'm sorry.
Are you ready for me? I did, but I took somebody else's for by accident.
I'm sorry, I wasn't, are you? These headphones are different based on the what happened, what you gotta go through is our notes, like that we just took and see, okay, based on what I see about there, what traits of Hamilton popped up? How was he described or characterized? So that'll be the first thing. The second part, once you figure that out, is like, okay, now I'm looking at the relationship him and Burr have. Is it friendly, is it mean, how, what type of adjective can I place on their friendship during that part, right? And once you get through that part, the last thing you're doing is like, all right, based on their relationship, the things I'm seeing in here, what type of thematic or lesson idea can I see from this? So you're just taking it bit by bit, but you gotta look at the notes that will find it. Does that make sense? You're not doing anything crazy, you're just giving me a couple of character traits, an adjective, and you can use those lists that you were pulling up. And same thing with this one, just going one song at a time. Okay. So maybe start with the song we did today since it's fresh, or where it happens, this one we just did. Just tell me what traits of Hamilton did you see, and then what type of relationship did you see between Burr and him? Got about 3 minutes left, y'all. We're gonna go over Monday. Right now, this is to see what you can pull and how you use it. Yep.
Or don't even stress.
Why y'all stressing?
Because this is too much.
So, can I talk to you about basically right now? So when you say something like that's too much, what I hear when you're like it sounds like you're telling me either I'm being too much or like this is stupid or whatever.
Entonces, hoy nada más
We
es
should
esto.
kind of consider how you're using your words because I understand this can be frustrating.
Pues son todos.
Consider I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? Don't worry, it happened.
We already talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Hard work and get very
Don't take it out on me. But this one, you person see if I can help. I really care in case I don't want to.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Thank you. Yes, that's what we worked on while y'all were gone. The teacher notes are there. You just gotta-
Wait, so you don't go back there and check it before dinner?
No, but if you don't have it for the, you don't see, it's open notes.
Like, when is the quiz?
This one will probably be sometime next month.
Wait, touch me?
I'm coming, though, give me a second.
Oh my gosh,
Alright, y'all keep this open, but go back to the hyperdoc point. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Now that you have some of the information copied here, again, we'll have more time on Monday to kind of fill this out for all of the songs that we got, because this is a lot. If you go back to the hyperdoc, and go all the way down to the bottom, you can see there's a Google Classroom question. This is gonna be our check-in for today, so we can pack up and go, because we have about 5 minutes left, right?
Okay.
So, the check-in today is, how does the relationship between Burr and Hamilton develop Hamilton's character and contribute to a theme? So all I'm asking you to do is, if you were gonna write
Thank you.
the body paragraph for Burr and Hamilton's relationship, right? I'm asking you to make the topic sentence right now.
I want to let you know, we do not have the shuttle this afternoon, so Twin Lakes need to ride 694, the apartment, 695,
Go over that
and
question.
you're on 679. Everybody have a great weekend, good luck to our basketball team. Go Red.
Yeah, you don't have to fill it in. I'll go open them. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so you're gonna write your topic sentence as best you can. In theory, I would think most of us filled out for a rumor it happens, but it's whichever song, whichever answer you feel like best works for this paragraph and for this character. And then next week we'll kind of talk about how to find the more effective pieces of evidence and all that. But I want you to take a shot at it. Write your version of your topic sentence and go ahead and submit when you're done. Capiche? Once you've submitted, you may pack up, go put your stuff in the basket, and then go sit in your seat until the bell. Cool? I had a great time. Thanks, good. Check. What I would be more concerned about is, I got the organizer, we'll finish up next week, but if you wanna work on it a little bit, just so you're not as behind, I think that would be most helpful.
Are we gonna go over next week or?
Yes.
From top to bottom?
I'm not gonna give you like exact answers, but yeah, I'll just kind of explain how I expected it to be, because it's your notes.
I didn't know.
I look big at it. I thought I was supposed to look big at it.
Yeah, and the graphic organizer.
Putting some lotion.
I would work on that and get some time.
Carter.
Quality over quantity.
Oh,
But it's better to have a full designer in the house for the
oh, again, baby. Put it back. Oh, baby, I'm holding my hold up.
finish everything.
It's gonna be cold outside.
It's gonna?
Yeah. It's been cold all day.